Hello. So it's finally time for empty house tour, and it's time for empty house tour.
Do another one.
I'm not doing another one.
I'm already out. I don't want to do it anymore.
We've been here for 3 days, and
finally sleeping on a bed instead of a couch.
It's on the floor though.
It's still a bed.
Yeah, we don't have a bed frame for it yet, but yeah, time for empty house tour. Keep in mind things are still in shambles a little bit, but overall we've been loving it. And yeah, especially our bathroom, the tub, we've taken, like, did you take 2 baths the other day?
No.
Oh, okay. I took a bath and a shower this morning. That's how bougie I feel being in my
yeah, that was a little over the top.
So, yeah, we're just going to take you through the house, or I'm going to take you to the house.
I'm going to stay out of the way.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be included too much.
Nope.
But super excited. Just disclaimer, I'm not going to film the front of the house because not everything's really done on it yet, and I'm sure you guys will see it in like future vlogs anyway. So, inside empty house tour, let's go. So after Will and I filmed that clip, my parents dropped the doggos off yesterday, and we ended up not having time to do the home tour because my parents were here helping us clean. But at least now you get to see the doggos. As you can tell, they're adjusting very nicely. So we are obviously in the master right now. There is obviously not much going on in here yet. As for the rest of the house, I will have all the paint colors, all the lighting fixtures, things of that nature listed down below, everything that I can remember. But right now our mattress is still on the floor because I have got to order our bed frame. I found one on Wayfair I really liked. So bed's just on the floor right now. The wall color throughout the house is Sherwin-Williams Ice Cube, and the door color and the trim is Sherwin-Williams Snowbound. So here is the front view of the room. Just have double windows here, and I've moved my mirror over to the window. I did have it over in this corner where the dog bed is, but I don't know, I just like the lighting better there. I felt like I could see myself and I didn't have a back shadow. So that's all we have going on in here right now. I wanted to show you all the floors because I had several people ask about the flooring. We went with a hand scraped hickory, and it is an engineered hardwood. And the reason we went with this particular one is because it has a lot of variation and gradient in it and graining. So we knew that the dogs would probably scratch it up a little bit, and so we wanted something that wasn't so uniform. So as you can see, there are darker planks, medium tone planks, and also just kind of like some light tone planks with a lot of graining. And also there is, on a few planks, I'm trying to find where I can show you. Like right here, you can see that there are scraping marks in the hardwood. So yeah, we went with this particular flooring and we're really pleased with it. If you are facing the master bath, this is what the entryway looks like. We went with a barn door mainly because this was a William choice. He came home and said, "Have you seen those barn doors?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And he said, "I think I want to put one of those in the house." And that's literally one of the only things that he had an opinion on. And so I went with it. I didn't want to do, you know, like the rustic look, so I just had them paint it white to keep with, you know, the bright and airy theme. But we also have a lot of black accents in our bathroom, so the railing up top is kind of like a black cast iron look. But I actually really love the way that it turned out, and I think that it just came from Lowe's. So coming into the master bathroom, I think the first thing you notice is the freestanding tub. And I'm sure a lot of you all are like, where's the clawfoot tub? Well, the clawfoot tub came in, and let's just say it wasn't really the best quality tub. It also had a different look from how it was photographed online. So that was kind of like a little online, I would say, catfish. It still looked good, it just didn't really go with the vibe of the bathroom. So we actually sent it back and we opted for just a freestanding, and I think it fits the theme of the bathroom so much better. So the freestanding tub has been amazing. We've been here for 4 days now, and I think we've taken a bath in it every single day. It's so flippin' relaxing. So yeah, the clawfoot, it had to go back, and we just opted for this nice kind of classic oval freestanding tub. Standing to the back of the master bath, this is what the vanity area looks like. The vanity is from Wayfair and the faucets are just from Lowe's. And I think a really big focal point of the bathroom are the 2 circular mirrors. So I knew that I wanted round mirrors for this bathroom, and I knew I wanted a black trim mirror. Unfortunately, mirrors like this are normally super expensive. If you go on House or Wayfair, anywhere like that, they can be up to around $400 or $500 a piece. And I was randomly in Hobby Lobby one day and found 2 of these in the mirror section for 50% off. And they ended up being $60 a piece. And I am so obsessed with them. They are flippin' amazing. And if you are looking for mirrors similar to this, Hobby Lobby, that's exactly where they came from. And wait till they go on sale, and you can get them for about 60 bucks. So like I said, the lighting fixtures are from Wayfair. We carried these lights also into the guest bath, which you'll see later. And again, I just kind of wanted to go with some black accents for our bathroom, since the wall color is pretty light, and you know, we went with bright white accents on the doors and for the tub. And if you look at the tile, please forgive me, it is not clean. I have not cleaned it. And honestly, I'm a little exhausted. It's Sunday right now, so I've got a couple other videos I've got to take care of today. But this is the flooring in here. It's just a slate tile, and it actually does have real texture to it. So if I can get down here and show you, I don't know if you can see the actual grooves in it. So it's kind of like stone to me. That's the vibe that I get from it. And yeah, I think also from Lowe's, and pretty affordable. I'd say, I think it was around like $250 a square foot. The shower to me is another really big focal point of the room. We went with the all subway, and honestly, we didn't realize the shower was going to be this big. And the tiling took quite a while on this bad boy, but I really love the way that it turned out. Obviously, subway tile, it's just, ever since Chip and Joe hit the scene, I feel like it's just not going to go out of style. So we just went for this because, again, just really simple and classic. Now, we actually have to have the door made ourselves. That was not something that our contractor included into the plan. So we've actually found one on Lowe's, and it's going to be a black grid shower door. So just kind of think of this type of black, and it's just going to be gridded, almost like how you see windows being gridded. So that will eventually be put in, but for right now, we just have to have, you know, basic curtain up. The shower system was from Wayfair, and my parents have one like this, and that's the reason we went for this particular one. It is lovely. It has the body sprayers on it, and then your kind of just like classic rain shower head, and then it has the wand, and I thought this would be great for cleaning the dogs off. Ollie actually loves to take baths. I'm sure he'll sneak in here, like he will sneak in at my parents' house when we're taking showers. He loves showers and baths. He likes to play around. So I felt like that would be really easy to just kind of spray them off and, you know, give them a nice little bath. So this is the shower. So we do have a water closet as well. That's where the toilet is. And then other than that, you just turn around, and this is the walk-in closet. Now, technically right now we can't walk in it. There is so much crap in there. So, you know, you'll see it eventually. It's just kind of like a standard size walk-in closet. And yeah, this makes up the entire bathroom. So coming out of the master bedroom, we kind of have the mudroom area, or just the area that is off of the garage. So this is the door off of the garage, and then over here we've kind of designated this as the dog's eating area for right now, until actually it might stay that way. It's kind of a good little nook for them to just go over, especially if we're coming in from outside. So this is kind of just like the common area, the walkway coming off of the garage. And so if you keep walking to the left, you'll come into the laundry room. It's kind of in shambles right now. I don't have a lot organized in here, but obviously the main focal point of the laundry room is the tile, and you guys know how stoked I was to put this tile down. It was super affordable. When we got it from Lowe's, it was $1.58 a square foot. Now it's went up to $1.98. So that tells me that the demand on this is probably pretty high. So if you're thinking about doing this type of tile for any type of backsplash or for your flooring, definitely snag it up before it goes, you know, over $2, $2.50 a square foot. So yeah, love the tile in here. And other than that, there's not much going on. I do have plans to kind of organize and make this a little cuter. For right now, I just picked up a couple wire hampers from TJ Maxx. These were about 16 bucks a piece, and I just thought that they went with, again, kind of like the touches of black that we have throughout the house. And other than that, the only thing that is kind of different in the room, let me close the door and show you. So instead of just going with a traditional door for the laundry room door, we chose the frosted glass, mainly because there is a pretty big window in there, as you can see, and we kind of just wanted the natural light to flow out of the laundry room. So that is the laundry room area. And then I think the only other thing that some people were interested in this area was the actual lighting fixture. I have one of these in this area and then also in our second hallway. And these again were from Wayfair. I saw them and it was just one of those moments where I was like, yes, love it. Definitely want it in my house. So now we're coming into the main living space. As you can see, very echoey right now. There is no furniture in here. I'm actually working with a company called Burrow, and they're sending over a really lovely couch, so we're waiting for that to come in. But this is the main living space, and if you turn more to the right, you have the front door, and then this is where the TV area is. The front door color is called Iron Ore from Sherwin Williams, and a subscriber actually recommended this color to me. Oh God, that scared me. That was last week. A subscriber recommended this to me, and when I looked at photos of it online, it looked black. And I was actually in a friend's house in Nashville, and she had this color on all of her doors, and I was like, can you please tell me what color this is? I love it. And she said it's Iron Ore from Sherwin. So I went with it, and I'm glad that the lighting is hitting it the way that it is, because you can actually see the navy that's in it. If the lighting isn't hitting it the right way, it kind of just looks like a off black or a charcoal color, but I absolutely love it. Love the way it turned out. So yeah, this is the main living space. And then obviously if you turn to the left, we have dining and kitchen area. So right now we just carried our old dining room table over. Eventually I would like to get, you know, a little bit more of a formal dining room table that's more of the pub style, but it works for now. The color is dark on it, almost black, so it goes with, again, kind of like the darker touches. So let's go ahead and start off, I guess, in the kitchen. The kitchen turned out so much better than what I could have ever imagined. I honestly was so worried about how the kitchen was going to look, and I kind of kept that from you all because a lot of people kept asking to see kitchen updates, and the main reason I was kind of worried is because of these countertops. So as you guys can see, the countertops are black, and originally we had planned on going with a white quartz, but there ended up being so much white in the accents and again in the sink, and then our paint color in really bright daylight can look just like an off-white, and we just didn't really think it was gonna work. We thought it was gonna be too much white. So we found this really interesting countertop, and it is called leathered granite. That is the style. So if you can see all of this texture running through it, it actually does not have the traditional glazing that most granite countertops have. This particular color is called Black Pearl. I don't really know who the manufacturer is or who makes these countertops, but if you just go to your local countertop store and ask for a leathered granite, I'm sure they'll have something very similar. So yeah, the countertops, we ended up doing black, and I flippin' love how it turned out. Something else that I really think helps the kitchen kind of pop a little bit is the hardware. And this hardware was actually given to us by a company called Hickory Hardware. They are out of Michigan, and these hardware pieces are just such great quality and beautiful. So I knew I wanted to do cut pulls for all of the pulling drawers, and that's what I did. This is in, I think just the color is a satin nickel. I tried to go with satin nickel or chrome finishes for everything in the kitchen, and that's what we went with, and I absolutely love how they look. If you turn to the more pull section right here, I think it looks a little bit more cohesive. But yeah, all of these are from Hickory Hardware. And then if you just take a look at the rest of the cabinets, we just went with this really clean, kind of sleek handle, and I just love how kind of basic they look. I didn't want anything with, you know, curls in it or anything too fancy. I just wanted something that looked uniform, sleek, and kind of just blended in with everything else. The backsplash, as you can see, we just carried over the subway tile. We went with a little bit of a lighter grout in here since we ended up doing the black countertops, and I really like it. I did have this really intricate pattern picked out for our backsplash, but I ended up switching it and putting it somewhere else in the kitchen, which I will show you in just a second. But right now I want to share my pride and joy. I had a pot filler installed. You guys have been hearing me talk about this for ages now. This was the first thing I told my contractor I wanted when we built our house. I said, can you please put a pot filler in? And she was like, sure. So a lot of people were confused at what this actually is. I think a lot of people from Europe as well, like a lot of my European subscribers, had no clue what I was talking about when I was talking about this pot filler. So basically, you have your stove here, and let's just say you're cooking a really big pot of soup, and you don't want to carry your big heavy pot over to fill it up at the sink and then carry it back over. Well, you actually have a pot filler to do that for you. And it's amazeballs. I've already used it a couple times, and I am just completely obsessed. 10 out of 10 would recommend a pot filler if you cook a lot or if you make a lot of soups or pastas. It's brilliant. All right, so let's move on to the sink. The sink is something that I also am just so proud of, mainly because this is a sink that I have been wanting for at least 3 years now. I would always browse and, you know, pick out stuff on Wayfair for my future home, and this sink was one of those things. And somebody messaged me the other day and they were like, oh my gosh, I love your sink. That's amazing. That's like my dream sink. And I replied back and I was like, honey, mine too. It's been my dream sink for 3 years now. And let's just talk about sink manifestation, people. I absolutely love it. The main thing that I really loved, obviously, about the sink is the slats in the front. And when our builder was putting this in, he thought that was the back, and he almost put it in backwards. And I would have absolutely freaked out. So yeah, the sink is from, I think the sink is from either Home Depot or Lowe's. And I want to say Lowe's because I think I got it for a little bit of a better deal on there. But I am 100% obsessed with it. I think it's just so beautiful. The actual sink is also from Lowe's, and it's from the brand Krauser, I think that's what it's called. And it's just kind of like the traditional pull down, and you can switch it to regular streaming or the spray stream. So yeah, that's pretty much, I think, the last point in the kitchen other than the lights. I've showed the lights before, but again, from Wayfair, just classic kind of like diner pendants. And oh, the last thing, yeah, I was going to show you is the pattern tile that I put on the front of the island. So this is what it looks like. I freaking love it. I used to see this pattern on Pinterest all the time, and this was kind of just like a last minute surprise that we did, because the front of this island was just supposed to be paneled gray like the rest of the cabinets. And I didn't really like that, and honestly it was gonna cost pretty much about the same to do the paneling on the back as it was to do the tile. So we talked with our builder, and they just said, if you will go out and get the tile, we'll put it in for you. And I just absolutely love it. I think it's just kind of like a surprise point of the kitchen, because if you're standing from the front, you don't really see it. You just see the subway tile. But if you're standing from the dining room area, it is obviously much more visible. So I think with all of these white accents that we went with, the black countertops really just kind of actually help make them pop. So this is the entire kitchen. So if we move to the dining space, we have the Dutch door here, and you guys have been hearing me again talk about the Dutch door for months now, and it's finally complete. So we went with iron ore on the Dutch door as well. And then the lip, I really wanted the lip to be on the outside, but unfortunately the way that they built this door, it had to go on the inside. So what I had them do was actually just stain the lip to match the flooring. I didn't really want them to paint it because I just thought that would look a little strange. So loving the Dutch door. Haven't really been able to utilize it a lot because they're still working on our backyard. And then again, you just move over to the dining room area, and we have just a nice kind of like classic iron pendant. And the dining room space kind of spans from, you know, the back door to the hallway. So kind of winding things down into the hallway and the rest of the house. We obviously have the guest bathroom. This is a linen closet. And then this closet, this room is going to be my office. And as you can see, there's nothing that is organized in here yet. So we just kind of have like a standard size bedroom in here with a closet, and I will be turning that into my office. So now we're moving into the guest bathroom, or more of like the common bathroom. And since it is quite a small bathroom, I really wanted to push the bright kind of white airy effects in here. So went with kind of like a faux marble tile. Again, this is from Lowe's, super affordable. Again, I think it was in like the $1.98 range. And everyone that comes over is just obsessed with this tile. I really didn't think that it was gonna be that big of a hit, but I will say it's really beautiful, especially for the price. My only complaint with it is if you're deciding on going with this tile, especially for your floor, keep in mind that some of the pieces you get are going to be completely blank. They don't actually have any type of marbling in them, so you'll have kind of just some random white pieces. That's something that kind of bothers me a little bit, but you know, it's nothing that's I think anybody would really notice. So yeah, just a traditional kind of tub shower combo in here, toilet right beside it, and then the vanity is from Wayfair, and it's just kind of like that same color we went with for our kitchen cabinets. The faucet is from Lowe's. The mirror is from Lowe's. I'm probably going to swap that out. It's not really my favorite, but I had to pick it last minute. And again, we carry the same lighting fixture in this bathroom that is in our bathroom. So yeah, just nice kind of bright, airy, white feeling. And last but not least, we have another linen closet here, and also another bedroom that is the same size as the front one. And this is going to be Will's closet. This is going to be Will's office. We're also going to turn this into a spare bedroom. We're going to do a pull-out couch in here. And right now it's just a jumbled mess. So nothing fancy to see there. I almost forgot to show you guys the pantry. So the pantry in relation to the kitchen is actually behind it. And I really like that because if it weren't behind the kitchen, it probably would have had to have gone like in that corner, and that just would have taken up a lot of space. So the pantry is right here, and it's a good size. I really wish that our air duct was not put in here. I wish it was actually just put in a closet. So the air duct actually took up a lot of space in the pantry, but it's bigger than what we had before, and you know, it'll work. All right, guys, so that is the full house tour. Honestly, Will and I are just like so excited to be here. It's just like really surreal to have your first home. I've never really, you know, like we've always just rented. So yeah, we still are in like our bathroom and we're like, is this really our bathroom? So we're just really pleased with how everything turned out, and I'm just glad that half of you guys are even interested in the whole process, or were interested in the whole process. It's definitely taken a long time. If you want me to do any type of house Q&A, a lot of people have asked for a video on like how to save up money for your home, or how we did it, things, you know, to know if you're building a house versus actually just going in and buying a house. So if you're interested in that, I can definitely make that into a vlog topic. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything that I didn't mention, just leave them in the comment section down below. I'm going to try to also leave everything in the info box for you all. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm just really thrilled to finally have this up. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.